Hello and welcome back to Are We There Yet? Season 3, Episode 9. The title race is basically the title's ours to be won, put it that way. A little update on the points required. It's now only 5, so I'm assuming Shamrock must have lost their last game. We can do it in the 3 games we're going to play today, and then hopefully the next episode will be the last one definitely for the season, and I'm presuming also the last one for this team, this club. No news yet on those jobs we applied for. We haven't heard a thing. Let's just make a couple of changes here to the starting lineup, just given fitness issues and that sort of thing. I think something like that will be nice and easy. Stephen O'Connor is looking a little bit worse for wear. Just put Stephen Follen on the bench. Hasn't played much at all. Let's get into it, shall we? I'm hoping we can wrap this up nice and quick. I win today, I win in the next game, and that'll be that. I just figured, but being that we only needed the 5 points, we should just obviously not today. Oh wow, I didn't realise that. Okay, let's just say blah 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 to all that stuff. We'll keep an eye on the results, and we'll also tackle this man hard because he's injured, and we're bastards like that. Show me what you can do. Probably should have challenged him a little bit more than that. So St. Pat's obviously beat us in the final the other day. So I'd like to get it sorted today. I'm assuming if Shamrock lose, or are we playing first? I don't know. But given that, if Shamrock lose, they're playing Longford, so we'll leave that open. Let's see what happens there with that game. And perhaps we can just take care of business today. We'll still play at least 2 games, just so the episode isn't 10 minutes long. Because I like personally to have it a little bit longer than that. I know there's not much else to cover, and at the moment there's not much happening in the game either. Then again, we're only 4 minutes in. Perhaps control. We're going to start control from, well, not the out, because obviously the game's already going, but like I said, I think personally it's done better in the past than attacking has. We'll save attacking for if we go down or need a goal late, perhaps we can catch them up by surprise. At this point in time, I'm no longer sure how that works. I think our tactic's been found out, basically. A bit of encouragement, maybe. No one's doing anything. Sean Long. Could have played that much shorter. Sheehan's picked it out. It's fallen straight to Coventry, though. Desmond McGrath. Go on, hit him hard. He's injured. He's put it wide, and that's the end of that. Why they showed that as a highlight, I'm not sure. It's not really very key as far as I'm concerned. They're not. Yeah, hurry up. Do something, eh? Alright, free kick now for St. Pat's. Willock. Cleared away first time. Carey's going to get there. Probably just going to hoof that upfield. No, well, it's taking a bit of a deflection. Very lucky there to keep that one sort of in check. Carey's going to pick it up. He's got Ambrose. No, never mind, because Kevin... Well, how about that? Fagan. Could probably chip one in the top there. Carey's back. Ambrose is in the box. Kane's arrived as well. As has Honeyman. Quavis now. Goes into Sheehan. Plenty of space. Ambrose is mega offside. Kane. Honeyman. Long. The cross. I don't know who scored that. I think it's an own goal. No, Fagan scored. It looked like an own goal from Hoare. But we'll take the 1-0, thankfully. Bit more encouragement, because we need to stay on top of this one. McGrath. Cut out by Rice. Alright, Fagan now. Kane. Terrible animation there. Kevany. Burgess takes it away. Finds Carey, who's going to get sent off. Congratulations, Graham Carey, on being an absolute tosser. Basically. I'm going to reshuffle this and possibly play a defensive midfielder instead of attacking midfielder. I can't. What am I talking about? Honeyman, sorry buddy, but your day is going to be done. We need a winger. We'll put Hanley over that side. Graham Carey's really cocked that up for us. And we're also going to drop to counter. I mean, I'm sure you can stay in control with only 10. But a lot of game left to play. A lot of game left to play. Oh, I see why, because they can't catch us, basically. Because they've only got 3 games left and we'd have a 10-point lead. I see. Alright, Ambrose into Fagan. Need to play sensibly here because we're going to be missing a man forward, obviously. And that's not the way to do it. Kiwi, he's put that wise. There's not really much to worry. Wondering if I should maybe have played 3 in the middle and just dropped the wingers. You know, maybe like a 4-3-1-1 sort of deal. Because Ambrose isn't actually having a very good game anyway. I may look to do that at half time. But then Hanley would really be quite irrelevant. Cuevas with a free kick. Haven't seen that before. It's taken a big deflection and it's 2-0. I'm just going to tell them... Concentrate now. I'm going to put those back on because I would have liked to have seen that twice. Obviously I could watch that again, but... Big deflection. We get the 2-goal lead. How is Shamrock doing? Still drawing at the moment. We'll keep an eye on that one. Hanley with a free kick now. Pretty shocking free kick at best. Ambrose to Kane. Has a go from distance, hits the crossbar. I think Hanley could have got there. He's offside anyway, so maybe why he didn't really go for it. But we're still very much in control from what the highlights are showing, despite having only 10 men. So, very pleased. Except for Graham Carey. I'm not happy with Graham Carey today. The other problem we've got is Ambrose there. He's not playing very well. I've got nobody to fill in for. Keep encouragement. More encouragement. Always encouragement. Because it looks like we may... I mean, I say that with 40 minutes to go. As things stand, we are champions. No one can catch us. Our Shamrock are down to 10 men, so it looks even more likely. Substitution, Bray, Sheehan, because reasons. I don't think there's anybody else at the moment needs to come off. Just looking at that fitness there, I'm not really worried about the ratings. Ambrose could be doing much better than he is, but right now we've done all we need to. Well, we've done what we could do. The rest of it falls on Shamrock. 64 goals scored. That's much higher than anybody else. Solid goal difference too. Can't see how many we've conceded. Kiwi taken away by Burgess. O'Donnell now into Coventry. Up to Kiwi. Willock. A couple of men. We've got plenty of men round. Molyneux with a cross, back post. Rice with a good clearance, and falls to Ambrose. We could be able to break here. We've only got 2 men forward. Ambrose and Fagan. Hanley there on the left. Goes through to Ambrose. First time, puts it over the bar. Still looking very strong. Looking very strong. I'm not sure what to do with the episode now if we win. It sort of seems almost pointless showing more games when you've won the title. But I'm glad we skipped the highlights because it would have been even worse to come back for an episode when you've already won with nothing really to play for. Maybe we could insert some highlights, move on to a cup final. I don't know. Kiwi, I think it's the youngster from Leicester actually. I've been watching him for years. They just want far too much money for him. 2-1. 2-1. There we go. Now we've got a replay that I'm not really interested in. Coventry... plays a good ball. 3 defenders all marking 1 man, so it's pretty tough going there for Flat, who's had a fantastic season. I'm surprised there isn't any more interest in him. Let's tell them to concentrate. I was just going to be too. Shamrock has scored a goal, which means that our title race is still on. Willock it's very much still on because now we've only got an 8-point lead. Well, that was a bit shit. I mean, fair play to them. They, Alright, Kane. I've got nobody to take out for Kane. What are we gonna do? Ambrose is having a shit game. We'll put Bray up there. Let's just put Halkadel as a playmaker, eh? I don't think he can really do it. But, whatever. Let's try something new. Shout out to Shamrock for having tied it up. Well, gotten their goal with, 10 men down. We'd played well. But St. Pat's have obviously done something fantastic in the second half here. And that's twice in as many games. They've ruined our day. Ruined our celebrations. I'm going to tell them I'm disappointed. Well, you're saying... unlucky, I suppose. Graham Carey, don't be too motivated, buddy, because that. Now he looks fired up instead. Yeah. I'll quite happily sit him for a game, to be honest. Because it was just silly. We're gonna warn. I should fine him for being sent straight off. Let's not worry. Change of formation. When the fuck did we change formation? Yeah, so you should. Alright. The table. Shamrock must have won that. So we now have to win the next two. That's fine by me. Alright, I'll jump ahead. So we've got Bray and then Derry, so we have to beat them both. And then we've got the semi-cup final. Cup semi-final? Not the semi-cup final. The cup semi-final. So I will jump ahead and I will see you there. Alright, so we just come back quickly. I think we're about a day before. We're on the match day, so it's not actually such a big deal. Viking. FK have offered us a job interview. So let's see. It's been a little while since I've done this. Yeah, fairly adept at learning languages. A safe job to a bigger challenge. That's absolutely fine. What do you say to that? Managed club. I haven't, because their 3-star reputation. I'm not. I don't want to tell them I'm trying to make my way up the ladder. That's a terrible idea. Matter of perception? I don't think I've actually been asking. This club has been underperforming far too long. Are you the one to turn it around? I'll tell them that the club's alright. Do we take over straight away, or do we wait? No, we'll wait. I prefer, yeah, end of the year. Happy to work with the director of football because it's irrelevant. Let's just say a small budget. Just to see if we can get anyone. What do they want us to do? Direct. Direct. I don't really want to be told. Okay, no philosophies. I only got 500,000 in debt, that's fine. I understand. No requests. Thank you very much. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about being told to play a certain style. Direct. It's not really something I want to do. To be absolutely honest with you, because that means, kind of having... Yeah, I don't know about that. Do we want to re-sign anyone for them? Let's do Gannon's extension because he's... Which one is he? He's the right back. There's no one better to take over. Chambers, yeah, the rest of them, I'm not really too worried about if I was staying. So I'd like to think that I've made the right decision for them. I don't know about that. Alright, so let's get into today's game. I've got quite a few changes to make. Gannon's still injured, so the back line probably stay the same. Except we'll put O'Connor back in because Burgess is... I don't know. He started out really well. We'll put him on the bench. For Folan. Carey suspended, so that means young Curtis Hanley will get a start. And we'll also put young Phil Gawley on the bench. Halkadale is still playing better than Honeyman lately, so he'll come in and start. And that looks to me like a good enough starting lineup. We can become champions with this one. And that might look quite good right before getting a new job. Maybe we could have gone straight to Viking. As long as they don't get relegated, we'll be fine. I'm happy to build, you know, with a mid-table side. Gives us time to have a look around for scouts and that sort of thing. If I have to build a new backroom team, new coaching staff, that sort of stuff, that's something I do like to try and take a look at and get, you know, deal with quite early. Just because it's unnecessary. Well, it's not unnecessary at all. It's just a pain in the ass, to be honest with you. Kane plays in Hanley. Let's put it wide, but a very good ball to start the game out. Speaking of Michael Caine, he's the favourite to win the Young Player of the Year. Ambrose and O'Connor's names are also both in there. So 3 of the 4 names that were mentioned are all our players, which is it's pretty good going, isn't it? It means maybe we can do something with youth development. I think Hanley's going to turn out to be pretty bloody fantastic. He's already got some nice stuff going on there. He's not as quick as Gawley, but he's better in other areas. I think Gawley can't dribble. His passing's worse. Just things like that. They're kind of like a yin-yang situation. Yin-yang? Yin-yang? I'm not sure. Because what one can do, the other one can't. Vice versa. And once again, we've had a pretty poor start to the game. I would hate to think they're going to choke. Now, we've now drawn 10 games. I think we're pretty bloody lucky to be where we are. We're also only 7 points clear. With just the 1 game in hand left now. So this could come down to the wire. And I would hate that. I really would. We had such a bright start to the season. As that ball goes nowhere. Bray onto Ambrose. Flicks that one across for Kane, who will... Terrible control there. Had much more time, but he's picked up quite nicely. Fagan will find Ambrose. You've got Hanley. You've got Kane. Halkadale. Oh, so unselfish. Youngster to the youngster. Very nice goal just before half time. And I think that would just about put the league out of reach. Although the other results aren't really relevant. I think if Shamrock were to lose, whatever, I think we're looking at that far too much. If we win this one, we win the next one. There is nothing anyone can do about it. And that is exactly how I would like things to end, because the next game, I think, is Derry, who are 10th, and we should be able to stomp them. We've doubled their point total. Playing well, but you can do better. Simple as that. Just tell them the same usual shit. And we'll go through the middle, It seems to be where it leans on most. One thing I will say is I would very much like a different set of players. I mean, that's a given when you go to a new team, but I'm talking like having to build a different formation. Now, perhaps we've got no wingers at the next club. Just to test myself a little bit. I've done it once before. I sort of an offline German, Halkadale with a free kick. Go on, son. Cleared away by Green, but it will fall straight back to him. Obviously, his free kicks can need a bit of work, and that I thought was going to be one of those sketchy back passes. Not today. Fagan looking for Ambrose, perhaps. Bari onto Halkadale. First time into Kane. They're wiped out by Foran. Hanley now. To Bari. Plenty of pink boots there I see on the field. I remember that used to be a mod, didn't it? It used to be, well, not a mod, but an add-on used to be able to do something with the boots. I think possibly FM17. Ambrose to Fagan. He's put it wide. I thought that was in. I'm going to encourage them, because they should be doing better than they are. To be honest with you. Hanley's starting to die, so we may take him out, and we'll bring the other youngster in, Gawley. And Kane will be next. I know the centre backs there are starting to die. Rice in particular. Always feels funny changing a centre back halfway through a game. Obviously, if he's playing shit, or if his fitness is that, down, then you should swap them. It shouldn't really even be a questionable decision. It just feels funny. How often do you see centre backs getting swapped? And I think Fagan may come off as well, just not having a very good game. Lund Halkadal gets wiped out by O'Shea. Looking long but cleared by O'Connor. Gawley, Fagan, Ambrose. Good save by the keeper, Peter Cherry. Well done, mate. Corner to follow from our Norwegian Halkadal. Cleared away by Fitzgerald. Barry. Oh, Ambrose. Ambrose should not have been beaten there. And this should not be a goal, but they've got a couple of men unmarked. Lavery, Sullivan, 1-1. You watch. It's 4 of you. Do something about it. Oh, that was shocking. Rice clears it, falls to Ambrose, and can we go back on the counter? Nope, because it's going to be picked off by O'Shea. Alright, Sullivan now. Fitzgerald, Green, Lavery, McCabe, Sullivan, back to Lavery, taken away by Rice. Gawley with the pace there, beats the defender. It's pretty weak ball. Barry could probably have got there. Long now, into Ambrose, onto Halkadal. McCabe, no, Ambrose again. It's a very long highlight. Barry out to Long, crosses it in for Fagan, and the keeper spills it into the back of the net. So once again, we're up 2-0. This time I'm going to tell them to concentrate. Because we lost a 2-0 lead last time, although Bray aren't really playing at the same level that St. Pat's were. I think we'll also drop to control if we're not there already. There's no need to really force the issue. I'm going to bring Burgess in. Despite what I was saying earlier, Rice on a 58% is not ideal. Nor is O'Connor, who's now on 60. But I've used all the subs. Alright. There we go. I've already counted my chickens. That should be it. Lund. Cuevas Barry. Gawley. Into Fagan. I'm hoping, going to Norway, where did Halkadal come from? Was it Viking? Or is he Danish? Well done, good win. I may just need to check that just briefly, because he might actually be Danish and not Norwegian. Squad. Oh, he's right there anyway. Selected. Oh, he's right there again. I've done it twice. Oh, he is Norwegian, but he came from a different team. They're in the lower leagues. Never mind then. But he looks brilliant, doesn't he? Still got that 4.5 star potential. He's not far off Honeyman. Right, I'm not even sent. You can go to that one. Smith wants an improved deal. 1.9 thousand. Okay, I'm not sure what happened there. The footage went a bit funny. The end of that. Basically, Rice wanted his contract doubled. Still got, I think, about a year and a bit left on it, so I didn't really feel necessary. So I declined. Told him to sack his agent. He did. And then he basically complained that we didn't offer him a new contract, so I said we'd do it at the end of the season. By then is not my problem. Also, as you can see, Dundalk have finally approached us 2 months before our contract expires, but because we're considering leaving. I also noticed we're wanted by Viking, so I'm assuming that makes us favourites, but when I looked at Viking again, turns out they actually won the league last year, and now they're 12th. So God knows what happened there. Looks like they made the group stage. No, they didn't. It's the qualifiers. And then lost out to Bruges in the Europa League. So they won't be back in it next year, but it's a good sign. Also reputation-wise, be up inside the top 25, whereas I think we're about 70th. Yeah, 75th. So it's a massive step up if we can get it. And with that in mind, we're going to decline. Alright, here we are. Game 3 of the episode. This is the one that can potentially crown us champions, which is pretty bloody exciting. I should probably sound a bit more excited when I say that, huh? What are we going to do? I'm not going to mess around here too long. They're all so tired. There's so many on loan. Maybe I hoarded a few too many there, eh? Kiwi can come back in. Kiwi can start being the last game of the season because he's a superstar. Let's try Honeyman on the right, just for a change. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. I think Rice will probably be dead by the end of the game, but that's okay. Alright, clear favourites. So I think even if Shamrock were to lose, I'd say that we're guaranteed anyway, because they've only got 3 games left, and it's obviously not enough. I'm just going to tell them I expect to win. I know we're away from home, but the fact is Derry are 10th. Like I said in the last game, they've got half the points we've got, basically. So I expect us to bloody run rampant. But I'll take 1-0 if I have to. We'll leave that open as well for the Shamrock game. Let's tuck that out of the way a little bit. And fingers crossed, this will boost our reputation enough that Viking will say, yes please. Michael Caine, banger. Absolute banger. But no update yet as to whether he's the young player of the season, but to be honest, I think he's going to be. I've had him on FM before and he's never been this good. So, congratulations to him. Graham Carey's also had a fantastic season. I don't know how much of this team will stay together should we leave. Obviously, there's a lot of Rice flicks it onto Burgess. Burgess puts it in the back of the net, and it's 2-0 already. So congratulations, Championis. We're now 11 points clear. Feels bloody good. Back-to-back titles. I'm being a bit arrogant there, aren't I? It would have been nice to have some more domestic silverware to go with it. I think we've won 1 cup, and there's the President's Cup, which is what, a Community Shield, if that's what they're still calling it. I don't even know what it's called these days. So we've got 1 chance left, obviously, and that's the FAI Ford Cup. It's such a mouthful. The FFC, and that will be the next episode, I'm hoping. Obviously, we've got the semi-final as the next game, but that'll be part of the highlight reel before episode 10. And then I'll endeavour to make the final one of the games. It might be the final league game, and the cup game might just be the cup game. We'll see how it plays out. As we come forward again, Cuevas to Carey. Fagan in the middle. No, it's going to go back post to Honeyman. He's playing as a winger, don't forget. That could be Derry down to 10 men. That looked like it was from behind. What's going to happen to you, Mr. Jarvis? A very slow walk by the referee. Or is it going to be one of those real anticlimactic yellow cards? Yep, sure is. Oh, that really affects me with 2 goals up. Could be 3. This keeper spilled it. Halkadal's finished it. I need to see the replay of that again, because I think the goalkeeper's spilt that one. Halkadal's done... He's done a lot, and I'd really like to see him progress. Carey... the keeper went for it, but I think Netzer there sort of took it away from him. And Halkadal, with no messing around, tucks it away for 3-0. Should we encourage them, shall we? Complacency, because they know they're champions, although Shamrock have scored. But the way it's going, we've done what we needed to do. Halkadal with a free kick. Burgess, 4-0. Right on half time as well. What a way to finish it off. And I started to think that we were falling apart a bit. I guess not. So much more success in Ireland here than we had in the A-League. Oh, it's a very, very nice header there from Burgess. A much better game. 7 shots on target. We've definitely struggled shots on target. Very pleased. Congratulations. Right. I think Well, I mean, we'll bring Hanley on. I'd bring Gawley on too, but they both play on the left. McKenna for the free kick. Finally a highlight for Derry. Hutchinson to Netzer. A little bit of... No, he's going to play to Barry this time. Technical stuff. Over the top. Flat with a karate kick. It's going to fall straight back to them though. McNamee. Taken away by Halkadal. Finds Fagan. He's got Carey to his left. It's going to be taken away by Hutchinson though. Schubert over the top for Boyle. This has been our bloody... What's that word? Oh, I've drawn a blank. Kryptonite. Long ball. Direct football. And that's what they want in Norway, isn't it? McKenna, nice and easy for flat. I'm going to have to try and figure out how the hell to play a direct tactic. I've never ever done that. Do I just leave passing on direct all the time? Can I negotiate to not play direct, please? I really don't want to. Calm, concentrate, you to shit. I don't really want to take anyone off. They've all played so bloody well. I am really quite excited to see the award winners. Derry are starting to step it up. I think we'll just leave it on control though. I think there's too much need to play around with that too much. We'll minimise that now. It's really not important for us. Holden to Purcell. Finds Curtis. Finds Holden. That's got to be a goal. Well done, flat. Good save. Gannon clears it. Very good play by the goalkeeper there. Right, Halkadal. Sorry, buddy. Having a great game. Your fitness is an issue, which means Mr. Hanley will make an appearance. Left back, congratulations, Dane Messi. I think Kane will be the next to come off for Lund. As tired as Declan Rice is, I think a midfielder is probably Lund's definitely capable of being a first team. I think he's one that may not stick around. Sheehan may not stick around. Carey will more than likely go. I think Honeyman's probably worth looking at, from other squads. Rice, whether they give him his contract or not, I don't know. It's a lot of money. I think if I were to stay, I'd probably try and look to sell him. Maybe cash in. He's still got that 5-star potential. He hasn't progressed a whole lot. But $2,000 a week for... Yeah, I don't know about that. Gannon now with a throw into Carey. Is it going to be a goal or is that going to be the end? Carey, yeah. It's definitely an adventurous shot, that. And that looks like we are the champions. There you go. Congratulations to me. Congratulations to the team. Sealed the title. Well done. With 3 games to go. Not bad going, is it? Did the double even? Oh, is that because we won a couple of achievements? Nice. So, straight back into the Champions League again. The transfer budget and the wage budget haven't changed at all. So that's the 5th in a row for the team there. That will be the end of today's episode. We'll just check down the bottom. So it's 4 games. The 5th game is the cup final. I think we'll just come back for the cup final. That way, should there be anything else going on, we can spend a little bit more time on that. So we'll have these 4 in the highlights, and the cup final will be the last game with Dundalk, unless we lose this one. And then we'll come back for the final game against Shelbourne. So like I said, that'll be the end of the episode. If you've enjoyed, please check back for the next one. And have yourselves a great day. Thanks. Bye.